The current GDP of India is $2.78 trillion as of now. And we have set the target of 5 trillion by 2025. This target has been set by last year Modi government, which elected second time in the month of May. Initially, this target was set for 2024, but due to COVID, this has been extended by 1 year. India ranked in ease of doing business is 63rd. In last 6 years, we have jumped 79 points. Last year itself, we have jumped 14 points. So it shows that how we are improving in terms of ease of doing business in India. We are the third largest startup base after USA and China. Our forex reserve is $490 billion, which is ever high in the Indian history. This is not because of that we are importing less due to COVID. Even before pandemic, this reserve was so high. So we are in a good position in terms of forex reserve as well. India is one of lowest corporate tax country. The average corporate tax rate is 23-24% worldwide. And India's tax rate is 22%. Though it's depend upon the turnover and the nature of activity as well. But as of now, we are less than the average of world in terms of corporate taxation.
Ravi, could you speak closer to the mic?
Okay, let me push.
Thanks.
Is this okay now?
Yeah, just louder, a little louder, closer.
Okay, I'll speak little loudly. Let's move to the key emerging sector of Indian economy. We have listed down few key emerging sector of Indian economy, one of which agriculture sector. This sector is contributing 16 to 17% of India GDP as of now. And this sector was under drastic transformation in last few years. Lot of startup has come into this sector who are connecting farmer to directly end customer, which helping them in getting good price of their produce, their product. And there are a lot of startup who are helping farmer to increasing their yield of their product. Production capacity has been increased from the traditional way of doing the farming sector. And the other thing that product shelf life has been increased by way of technology. So this sector is going to be one of emerging sector in next few years, and we see huge potential in this sector. The estimated export of agriculture and processed food, which is 38.49 billion, India has done in last year itself. Coming to next sector, which is e-commerce sector. I guess we all know this about this sector, and this impacting our life on day-to-day basis. No one can doubt the growth of this sector worldwide. In India, few days back, Amazon has released its Prime Day sales number, and you can't believe that 209 sellers has made sales more than 10 million in just 2 days. In just 2 days, it was 2 days back in the newspaper. So you can imagine how potential this market is. The market size is 200 billion, expected to be achieved by 2027. And the internet user in India, 829 million, expected to be by end of next year. Recently, last month, Reliance has concluded its AGM, and they have announced that they are going to launch 4G mobile in India at much cheaper rate, which is as compared to current rate, in association with the Google. If that happens, I'm quite sure that the number of internet users will grow to 1,000 million by end of next year. And this 200 billion market can be achieved by 2025 itself. There is no need to wait up till 2027. So we are quite hopeful for this sector, that this sector going to be boom in India. By saying this e-commerce sector, we are not saying that you come to India and open a platform like Amazon and Flipkart. It's a beneficial for the company who are very small in size and they want to sell their product in India. They can come by way of e-commerce at low cost. They can sell their product and build their market. So it is very beneficial for them. I would also like to share some insight and some news regarding this sector which happened in this pandemic period. Google announced that they are going to invest 5 to 7 billion, 10 billion in 5 to 7 years, in next 5 to 7 years. And they had tied up with the Reliance to launch a cheaper mobile set in India. Yesterday news came that 24 company of mobile manufacturing are going to set up their factory in the coming years in India. Recently, government has also announced some scheme of incentive for the mobile packaging industry, for the electronic industry, medical device industry, textile industry, and automobile industry. Government are bringing many incentive scheme in order to tap the FDI in India, Indian market. So we believe that in next few years there will be huge international market will manufacture India and do export from here. The next is the FMCG. This is the fourth largest sector of Indian market. Expected business which we will do in 2025 is $220 in billion. This can be achieved easily because of the e-commerce. E-commerce is growing very well. So we believe that this number we can be achieved very easily. Healthcare sector market size as of now 280 billion. Government expenditure is 2.5% of GDP, which is very less as compared to the developed country. Developed country incur almost 5 to 6% of their GDP. We are incurring 2.5%. So we believe that government will bring some kind of policy into this sector, which eventually increase the expenditure of government into the healthcare sector. So we are quite hopeful for this sector as well. Pharmaceutical, because of China issue, many companies in pharmaceutical sector are planning to shift their production in Indian market. Textile and apparel. There was a time when India was known for the textile market. Now it is Bangladesh as well. They are also doing very well. But now government is again attracting this industry by way of bringing some incentive scheme for the foreign company in India. Engineering, chemical, steel, cement, these all relate to the infrastructure sort of thing. And in this context, I would like to say only one thing, that world is expecting from India as a manufacturing hub. And if India has to deliver to the expectation of the world, they have to incur a lot of money into infrastructure sector. Without that, they cannot attract so many investments, so big investment in India. So we are quite hopeful that in the coming years, there will be huge expenditure on the infrastructure sector. So there is huge opportunity into steel, cement, engineering, capital goods. We believe that will be achieved in the near future itself. So this is all summary we have covered. You can go through it by own as well.